This is Liz with Late Night Scrolling Canada, calling you from the beautiful Nova Scotia. So I'm so excited to be chatting with you.
I was just about to say, I am familiar with Late Night Scrolling Canada.
Hey, well, it's so great to meet you face to face over Zoom. I'm so happy to chat with you guys. And we have to talk about Nova Scotia first and foremost, because it was such a blast to host you for this show. I know the crew, I know folks who did background had so much fun working on this set, and we're so excited to see it brought to life. I would love to know for each of you what it felt like to see the iconic Beachwood Island turn into the characters that were on page for you and bringing it to life.
Well, first of all, thank you, Nova Scotia, because boy, did we have a good time shooting there. Between our time in Lunenburg
and really like your wine and your lobsters and your gin.
and my time spent learning how to golf at the Chester Golf Club was just beyond any summer I ever had as a kid. Let me tell you that. So it was a real treat. Thank you.
Yeah, I was the bookstores of Lunenburg, of which there are many independent bookstores, and the thrift shopping was excellent.
Oh, the thrifting. Yes, absolutely. We, building something that is supposed to be, a very opulent, but still feel a little old money, but not too old money, but, big, but not McMansion big. I mean, there's a lot that we had to accomplish finding our locations when we arrived. And we were really thrilled to be able to patchwork the perfect Beachwood Island together with a little help from our visual effects friends as well. But it had everything that we wanted. It had the seagrass. It had the beautiful, huge scope of water. It had the sailboats that
literally
just sail by.
The Bluenose sailing by in our background, something that people pay so much money to arrange.
By the way, I think there should be a drinking game for people who know. If you know, you know. Every time the Bluenose makes a cameo in the background of We Were Liars.
Okay, I have to ask, because that was on my question list. That was totally coincidental. That was just
100%.
happening. Oh, wow, that's so special. You do have some shots that are just stunning of the open water and the Bluenose right there.
Yeah.
We did wonder what everyone riding the Bluenose thought of our American flags waving on our docks. Sorry.
I think people must have gotten a kick out of it. So, hey, we will do a count and turn it into a drinking game for all the late night scrolling listeners. How's that sound?
Please do.
One aspect of filming in Nova Scotia is the weather and how you can have 12 different seasons in a day. And there's some sequences in the show where you really get to see the weather of Nova Scotia on full display in some rainstorms and some beautiful sunny days. So I wonder if you have any anecdotes about, some of the challenges and the positives of shooting here and maybe navigating some of that.
I mean, first of all, when we came to scout to look at the locations, we came in November and we came in February. I became very unpleasant. So it was actually really lovely to see it all in full summer bloom. The irony is that, we planned this episode. It rained a lot. We got a lot of rain. We got a lot of weather while we were there. Obviously, a lot of beautiful days too, but pretty much rained every day, except for when we were shooting this big storm, when we had the most sunny, still not a fucking breath of wind. And we had to turn that into a hurricane. So
I will say,
thank you so much.
we did develop a mantra: is if you need sun, it might drizzle. If you need drizzle, you'll get sun. If you need fog, it'll be the most beautiful day you've ever seen. And if you need the most beautiful day you've ever seen, you'll get fog. But that's okay, because it all photographs so beautifully. And sometimes the fog makes a scene that you thought would be at sunset even better and more mysterious or more poetic. So we were thrilled to be there and to have that experience, rain or shine.
I'm so glad to hear it. I do feel like the weather added some levels of maybe spookiness, a little bit of that drama into some of those scenes. I'm so curious from the, dreams of what a Nova Scotia shoot could look like and adapting the book in the first place to being something that you're seeing every day on a set. Did Nova Scotia live up to the expectation of creating this spooky, haunted, but also dreaming, idealistic island?
I think it looks amazing. We scouted at least 9 locations. Like there were scouts out there taking photographs of landscapes and houses and sending them into our team. And Nova Scotia was really, a dream for us because it was not the most convenient, right? In terms of air travel, in terms of how spread out the locations were going to be, all kinds of logistics that were not my job, but I know that they had to be sorted out, but it was the best looking. And so,
and we were able to paint a picture of Martha's Vineyard adjacent and then Martha's Vineyard itself that we can hold our head high. I mean, I think that nobody's really allowed to shoot on Martha's Vineyard. It's only the rich people really know what it looks like to begin with. And I feel like we just captured this like quaint beauty and this gorgeous Northeast Atlantic maritime culture, and it just felt good. So we're happy.
Also, I'm Canadian, so I'm fine with stereotyping. Like, people are nicer there. Our crew was nicer because we were there, and they put up with more because we were there, and we just loved them.
That is true.
although I will also say, your water is cold.
Yes.
It's really cold. So there are a lot of scenes in We Were Liars where the four liars, who are the teenage characters in the show, run off this dock and jump in. This is like their thing that they do. They've done it since they were little kids. And every time they jump off that dock, there was a giant hot tub that had been like sunk into
Submerged.
the actual water and heated up to like 110 in the morning so that it would be like 100 by the time they jumped in. And by the end of the day, it would be 70. Like it was going down fast. And because we could not actually force our teenage actors
I mean, we could.
to go in that water.
We could, but we would never.
But we didn't.
That's so funny. Well, I was wondering about the water temperature as well, so I'm glad we did discuss that because I know the Nova Scotians watching are going to go, that looks really cold.
In the pilot, Gat goes for a swim. That there was no hot tub, but
He's in a wetsuit.
yeah.
Well, I think that Nova Scotia is going to be impressed. I was very impressed. I thought it looked absolutely beautiful. In our last minute here together, I did just want to briefly touch on the performances because I do think the liars are absolutely outstanding and the heart of the show, and they really embrace each other in a way that I think especially teen audiences are going to really respond to. Could we quickly go down the line and maybe give like one or two words? I'm stealing Julie from your Instagram the other day. You posted the character photos with a couple words.
That was me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you. Sorry.
No, we both did it. Yeah. Well, I just robbed from the novel, which is Mirren is sugar,
Oh, yeah.
sugar, curiosity, and rain, and
Yes.
Johnny is bounce, effort, and snark, and then you had a beautiful
Gat is-
adaptation for Gat.
Gat is ambition and strong coffee. I think that the thing that was really special at Cadence was that there were sort of two cadences. We were asking her to sort of play a dual role, and finding an actor who can like have the sort of sunshiny light, carefree and slightly careless vibe to somebody who is like deeply traumatized and messed up was a tall order. So that was a fun one for us casting.
I think all of the casting for those four was iconic. It was so spot on. And I think that the readers are going to love seeing these characters on screen. I think people that don't know the book are also going to love meeting these four. I have to go on my own lemon hunt now. I wore some lemon hunt yellow for you guys. So I'll let you go out on
Fantastic.
your press day. Thank you again for the time. And thanks for coming to shoot in Nova Scotia. I hope we see you back here.
Oh, we are ready to be back.
I hope so too.
And we'll cross our fingers for good weather for whenever you return. Maybe some.
I mean, the rain works. It's
It's
dramatic.
all good.